organized way to bring them to their rapists, and they very well knew it. Why? Well, this is part of the Horus matrix of the Sisters of Isis, where the name Switzerland derives from, in order to break certain souls who are too intelligent and too strong, so they have to be broken to create obedient Swiss garden gnomes out of them. For set on, the Egyptian lord of darkness, with on being a pharaonic adjective meaning in the function of. Here it said pedophile on the run. Here, pedophile on the run. So this is only a few actual newspaper articles recently. It's too much. It's every day. It's several cases like Swissy's here on the run. They only talk about pedophiles only. You know, it's all the time. So I just show a couple of them. And just like drugs, pedophilia is wanted. And as I've shown you in this previous video, the Swiss police does nothing against it. And they always say that they don't have enough manpower and not enough laws, because their aim is to have more of these creatures in uniform, so they can parasite on us and don't work and have total control over mankind, thus using crime as a goal to achieve total control over mankind. Without police, we the people would solve the drugs and pedophile problem within 48 hours. But you don't want to go to prison, right? So, this was a teacher. He was giving the boys, helping the boys with their homework, and giving them beer and, well, you know. Oh man, this country is so sick. It's so sick. These people are so incredibly sick. So, to enable more violence against children, and because Swiss police isn't doing anything anyway, a few years back Swissy even officially made incest legal. You can read it. Switzerland is considering a repeal its incest laws to make sexual relations between family members legal. Well, this is Switzerland, eh? They've got nothing better to do. Here it says many children, they were kidnapped from their families, as I told you, by the Swiss Nazi police. Together with the Swiss fascist justice department, they forced sterilizations upon them, and they were abused, so raped, child molested. So Switzerland has a very long tradition, and it's not only 700 victims, it's hundreds of thousands over hundreds of years. It's incredible things going on here. And this I showed her before, the Swiss Justice Minister. Very sly. You know how she calls it? Rape and pedophilia. She called it forced welfare. Can you believe that? You know. So the Swiss Justice Minister Sommaruga officially called the rape on defenseless Swiss children slaves, or die Verdingkinder, you can find it in the internet. She called it forced welfare. Well, can you believe that? Forced welfare. A typical Sisters of Isis using typical Swiss terminology for the foreign newspapers to make rape, slavery and pedophilia look harmless. Forced welfare. Well, you better not ask Swissy the name for childcare or their word for true love. You just wouldn't dare anymore, would you now? You can read the whole article. So there was in Reuters. Here it says Reuters. And you know, to make Switzerland look clean and innocent, they call it forced welfare. They call rape and child molesting forced welfare. Can you believe that? It's always the same. Now here it says, this is the name of the children slaves, the Verdingkinder, or contract children. Go and have a look, even in YouTube. And they never were paid. They even stole their money. It's total abuse. And the children slaves were until 1989. And the forced sterilizations, together with Dr. Mengele, he was there doing it as well. It went on until 1996, almost into the 21st century. So this is Switzerland. It's a perfect dictatorship and the base of all evil. I showed it in my film Auschwitz, Made in Switzerland, how Dr. Mengele, he was there doing forced sterilizations, which was his speciality. Doing it on gypsies in Auschwitz and in Switzerland in the 50s and the 60s. He was here all the time. And for political reasons, Swissy only puts innocent immigrants in prison and lie things together to put you away, while we immigrants read case after case of Swiss perverts in the newspapers. So there he is, he's just free, no problem, you know. They want to put me in prison, you know, Sean Ross, for filming a violent cop. And all these pedophiles, you know, they're like heroes in Switzerland. The Swiss love pedophiles, I tell you. Oh, what a horrible place here. Never has there been any immigrant, Turk, Muslim or Yugoslav doing these abominable things. Anyway, their own community would settle the score for good, if they would. It's all the time, it's Swissy, Swissy, Swissy. So here this guy, he was just writing books about child porn. Incredible. I mean, look at him. This is Swiss, you know. And the judges are into it, you know. The police is defending it. What a rotten place it is here. Just as Swiss child molesters can't be put in prison together with the immigrants, because real manhood won't tolerate this sick Swiss evil. But manhood has almost been forbidden in the Western world, like here in Switzerland, and Swissy as sick as can be. So here you can read about a Swiss pedophile, and he wrote a book about how he's, you know, doing it with children. You won't believe it. The book, it got financed by the town of Zurich, by the city council, by the authorities. You know, I told you, the Sisters of ISIS, they want this, you know, to break people's souls of children who might be too strong and uncontrollable, you know. So the town of Zurich, they finance his book. Can you believe it? This is Switzerland. They finance the book that pedophiles write. Here's his book, you know, it shows a little girl here, in bed. What does it say? They live and they... It says children can be hard. Oh man, I told you, this country is so incredible sick. Yeah, here's another one. This guy here, Remo, he had sex with his daughter-in-law. She was only 12 years old. And so the Swiss made these incest laws, you know, so now they even could get married. Verheiratet here. So that means they are married. You know. Incest and you know, pedophilia, and now they're married. Can you believe that? I mean, I've been together with my wife for 15 years. No kinky stuff or anything, you know.